Hello, today we are going to learn about the parallel RLC circuit. Now this is the circuit that we are going to study. Now this is your parallel RLC circuit. This is R, L and C. These are connected in the parallel. It means total current will be sum of IR, IL and IC. This is the voltage that we are applying 50 volt and 100 hertz that we are going to apply. Now let us first make this circuit in LT Spice. Now this is your LT Spice. Now let me make the circuit. Now just make it bigger, go to component, take the voltage, this is your voltage, and take R, put the escape button, then take L, then take the capacitance. Now this is your parallel circuit. Now connect it with the wire. This is how it is connected. Now I have connected with the R. Again take from here, connect it to L and then connect it to C. Similarly you see downward. Now this is the connection that we are doing. Now we are connecting R and L. Now in order to complete the circuit we need to connect the ground. This is very necessary. Now connect with the wire. Now your circuit got completed. Now let us see what are the value that we need to put in place of V. What is the voltage that I had been taken? 50 volt, 100 hertz. Now let us first put the resistance. This is 50 ohm that we are putting. And what is the inductance? 20 milli. So 20 write M, it will take 20 milli. And for capacitance it is 5, write microfarad for mu, just give mu for micro, it will take 5 microfarad. This is 20 millihenry, this is 50 ohm. Now what is this voltage that we have taken? Now we are just going to go and first we are going to simulate at 50 volt. Now we are giving at 50 volt. This is our 50 volt that we have taken. Now we are going to simulate and going to see the power factor as well as the current across these three terminals. Now for that go to simulate, edit simulation, go to AC analysis, type of shape, give it linear only, number of points we need to calculate at 1 point only, at 50 at 100 hertz, that's why we are taking at 1 point. What will be our start frequency? We are taking at 100 hertz, so only 100 hertz. Stop frequency will be also 100 hertz. Now this is our AC simulation. Now run it. Now if I run it, now this is what I am getting. Now let me delete. Now first let me cut this one and again I need to run it. Now this is the value that I am getting. Now if you see the voltage, let us analyze first. Now voltage, if I bring it down here, now voltage what it is showing, this voltage that frequency is 100 hertz and this is the voltage that has been applied over here. And what is the current across capacitance? It is nothing but 0.15, means it is around 0.157. this is the value we got current. What is current across inductor? 3.97 and the current across resistance is 1 ampere. This is the current that we got, and automatically these simulators don't calculate this way current, it is calculating current this way. So it is at 3.95 at an angle of 104, means if this is your total voltage apply, what is the total Vn? This is nothing but your Vn001. So what is that? Vn001 is 50 volt and current is leading by 104.668. This is the angle that it is leading, 1.104.668. But actually what is happening? Current is coming out of here and it is going this way but this simulator always calculate current going inside that voltage source. So if you want to calculate actual current, this will be the negative of what we have calculated IV1. So this is the real current, and what will be the angle? This theta 180 degree minus 114.68. Now if you subtract 180 minus 104.668, it is coming around 75.332. Now this is the angle which it is lagging, and if you take the cos of this one, it is going to give you 0.25 power factor. This is the power factor at which it is operating. Now let us see that what we got is correct or not. Now if you see, now let me erase all this one. Now first we are going to look at the current, this IR1. Now if you go, this is the current 1 ampere, and what we got here also, if you see, this is the 1 ampere. Now let me mark this one. This is the 1 ampere we got, and here if you see, the current across resistance is also 1 ampere with angle 0, and current across inductor is 3.9, and here we are going to get 3.97887, which is almost equal. Now if you see, the current across capacitance, now this is the current across capacitance, how much it is? Now let me read it. It is 0.16. Now if you check here, the current across capacitance, it is 0.15. Now this is matching. Now all these are matching, and most over the current, see the angle across must be negative, and the current must be leading in capacitance, current must be lagging in the capacitance by 90. It is almost 90 degree. So these are the point that we have seen, and simulated value is correct. Now let us go and check the power factor. Now just go down. Here they have calculated the power factor. What is that angle they have calculated? It is 75.3. Now what is that we have calculated? Now if we see, this is the angle that has been calculated by us. Why? Because this is giving 3.9, this current, total current, it is 3.95 at an angle, this is the total current 3.95 at an angle 104.668. But simulator always see the current this way, that is why we have taken the opposite way, 180 degree minus this one. It is the power factor that we have calculated across the RLC circuit. What is that power factor? It is 0.25. If you see, it is 0.256. Now it is matching. Now one more way we can do all this simulation. Now let us simulate with by providing actual, now providing the actual AC current. Now what is that actual AC current? Now just don't put AC amplitude 50 Hz. Now we are going to give sinusoidal of 50 volt, and what was that frequency? It was 100 Hz. Now put OK. Now go to simulate. It is simulated. Now we are going for transient analysis. Go with 100 millisecond and start external DC voltage at 0. Put OK and then run it. When we have taken this command automatically got rejected by this one, the dot and comma sign. Now if you run this one, now if you want to calculate the voltage that we have taken, it is around 50 volt. Now if you want to calculate the current, now let us calculate the IR. We know IR is, now see, this is 1 ampere. Now it is calculating from maximum to maximum, 1 to -1 means total it is 2. Now if you take the average, now let me simulate with the, now let us go and simulate with the lower value. Now simulate with 50 milliseconds so that we can see it very easily. 50, okay. Now it will come in 9. Now this is what I was thinking. Now if you need to calculate the total value, we know the maximum is 1 and minimum is minus. So max to max is 2, but the average value what we have seen, it was 2. Oh, it was 1. Now how to calculate that maximum? Now here we can see, so we do not need to 1 minus 1. Now if you see the maximum 1 minus of minus 1, it is going to 2, by 2 it is going to 1 ampere, that we have seen that it is coming across the resistance. Now if you want to verify, now if you come here, now if you see the current was 1 ampere. Now let us go and see the current across the inductor. Now let me delete this one. Now if you want to see, if you see the current across inductor, now it has been simulated. Now this is your current across inductor. Now let us calculate the maximum current. Now see, this is your, how much it is, 7.95, and if you divide 7.95 by 2, why it is 2? Because the minimum is 0. Now see, this is the minimum. If you see the minimum value, it is 0. So 7.95 minus 0 by 2, it is going to give you, if I do with the calculator, then it is going to give me 3.975, which is matching with the that. If you see that, it is 3.9 ampere. From here also we can do the same thing. Now let us delete this one. Now go to again the capacitance current. Now if I see, this is the capacitance current I have calculated. Now let me first, now this is your capacitance current. Now just close this one. Now run this one. Now put here, you will get the capacitance current. Now this is your capacitance current. Now here maximum and minimum are different. Now let us keep one cursor. This will give the maximum value of here, it is 157 milliampere. Now again put one more cursor, just click over here, second cursor. So minimum value is this one. Now if you want to see, this is the first cursor, it is 157.036 milliampere, and this is your second cursor, it is giving this one. And what this simulator do, it is calculating second minus 1. So it is giving in minus sign, but the total will be 157 minus this one, it is going to be, will give you positive. It is around minus 314 milliampere by 2. If you do divided by this one, it you are certainly going to get, if I just divide by 2, it is going to give me 157 milliampere or 0.16 ampere, which is almost equal to what we have seen in the calculation, G 0.16 ampere. Now from here we can calculate the power factor also. How we will calculate the power factor? Now just close this one again, delete all this thing. Now we need to calculate the voltage and angle. Now if you see, now I am running this one. Now if I press over here, it is going to give me voltage, but automatically it is showing the current in this sign only, this way. So it will calculate the current downward. Now what I was saying initially, that it always calculate the current downward. So we need the current this way. Now for that, what we will do, we are just going to keep our cursor over here, click left click, and just multiply by minus 1. It will reverse our current and just plot it with different color. Now this is our actual current. Now if you see, if you calculate from here the power factor, it will be easily calculated. How? Just go here, put left click over here. Now attach cursor, give the name first cursor. Okay. Now this will be your first cursor, and it will be showing the maximum value of wherever you will put, that it will show. Now it is just showing the maximum value of voltage. Now put here. Now assign this one as a second cursor. Put OK. Now this will give you the maximum value of current. Now if you see, now let me first, now this is the, we need the horizontal value, this value we need. What is that value of cursor 1? it is 22.47. now it is after 20, it is 22.47, and where is the second cursor, it is at 24. Now this is only the lag, the current is lagging with this angle only, this angle, and what is the difference, it is 2.089, it is 0.089. if you almost it is perfect, it must be around, because we are just doing it by keeping the cursor, it is 0.289 millisecond. Now what frequency we have taken, we have taken 100 hertz. Now what will be our time period, if you divide 1 divided by 100, it is 0.01 second. Now for it is taking 0.1 millisecond, what is 360 degree, for 1 how much it will be, 360 by 0.01, and for 2.089, and for 2.089 how much it will be, 360 by 0.01 into 2.089 into 10 to power minus 3, because this is in millisecond, if you see this is in millisecond. Now if you calculate that angle, now let me calculate with the calculator, 360 divided by 0.01 into 2.089 into 10 to power minus 3, it is coming around 75.2. now it is around 75.2. now what angle that we have seen, now if you go here, now what was that angle, now it is 75.3. this is the angle that we were talking, and this is the angle that we got it. Now both the angle are same. Now if you see this angle and this angle, so this is the how the RLC operation is done in the LTSPICE simulator. This is all about the RLC circuit. Now this is all the